Everybody's Gone to the Rapture is the latest title by the Chinese Room, the studio behind the first-person adventure title Dear Esther. Similar to Dear Esther, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture is more of an artsy game. The interaction from the player is minimal. You're more of an observer. You walk around, can open doors, as well as interact with a few objects, and that's pretty much it. The quality and merit of these types of games have been debated among the PC gaming community for years now, but not many of them have made their way to consoles before now. So, is this game worth the $20 price tag, or is it just a boring walking simulator? Let's take a look. After a brief dialogue cutscene, you're dropped into the town of Yawton, a quaint little village in the country, but one thing is immediately apparent. The town is empty. So naturally, you wonder, where has everybody gone? And set out in search of clues. And you're not totally alone. There's a ball of light that guides you around the town to show you glimpses how residents of this community spent their final moments.
People here, they don't really understand what you do up there.
Are you trying to get me to come to your church?
It's not just about faith. It's about the community.
Along with that, there are also telephones and radios that you can interact with to hear calls made between the residents, as well as a sort of diary by one of the residents named Kate. And it's clear early on that some shit went down in this town. People obviously tried to leave in a hurry as there are abandoned cars strewn throughout the city streets, and there are clear signs of some kind of quarantine with blockades set up at the city exits and signs posted on many of the buildings. And there's blood. A lot of blood. As you visit these fragments of the past, you'll hear people mention things like a bad flu that's going around, reports of people going missing, religious preachings, and our friend Kate over at the observatory talks about an it, with phrases like, "It's here," and "It's trying to communicate with us."
Guess that it's using it as an energy source in its attempts to communicate. It needs more power.
The mystery continually pulls you in different directions as the story unfolds, and it's a big part of why this game appeals to me as a horror fan. You see, you're not sure what caused the events that occurred in this town. Was there some kind of viral outbreak? Is this town the next Raccoon City? Did the actual rapture occur? Is there some kind of monster? Did aliens invade? Almost anything seems possible. But to me, the big question was, is whatever caused this still here? It's one of the most classic horror tropes, and it keeps you on edge throughout the game. Nothing is scarier than your imagination, and as you explore this eerie town accompanied by an outstanding tone-setting soundtrack, you wonder, could it be waiting for you behind the next door? But the mystery itself isn't the only thing that will string you along the story of this town, as it's also about the residents and their relationships. You'll follow a small set of characters as you piece together how this town came to be in its current state. The light guides you through the story of individual characters, exposing you to the narratives told from various perspectives. Just as with the overarching mystery itself, these stories will pull your heart into different directions. Characters you sympathize with at the beginning may turn into characters you despise by the end. And the attachment you build towards some of these characters only makes their fates that much more depressing.
Frank, for God's sake, stop!
Keep back, you bastard. I know what you've done.
Where's Lizzie? Where is she? I've got to find her.
You stay away. Someone's got to warn them. Someone's got to stop it.
You can't stop it. You have to understand. You hate me, I get that. But if we don't do this, it's not just the valley, it's everything, Frank. It's all gone.
You're talking bollocks.
You can't stop it! Jesus!
You take one step closer, I'll bash your bloody skull in, I swear to God.
All right, I'm going.
Throughout the tale, there's stories of love, family, hate, infidelity, loneliness, everything you want out of an emotional roller coaster. And before you know it, you might become more interested in discovering how these personal stories played out than uncovering the mystery itself. So obviously, I really enjoyed this game. But will you? Certainly if you're a fan of the Chinese Room's previous games like Dear Esther, or similar games like Gone Home, you're pretty sure to enjoy this one. But I know many console gamers haven't played these titles. I'd go out on a limb and say that Sony fans who enjoyed Journey, or even fans of story-driven games like The Walking Dead and Heavy Rain, will probably enjoy this title as well. The $20 price tag is pretty steep if you didn't get the PS Plus pre-order discount though, but I think the value is still there. The game isn't long when compared to most games out there, as it can be completed in a few hours, but it's still on the longer side for this genre. Plus, there's tons to explore, environments are beautiful while disturbing, and a lot of attention to detail went into making this feel like it was once a fully functional city. And personally, I'm looking forward to playing it through again. Now that I know how it ends, I'm eager to see what clues I missed or which ones flew over my head. The only issue I had with the game is that it tempts you to venture off the beaten path, but if you do, you might lose sight of your guiding light. You can still experience events out of order, but following the light keeps you from getting lost or turned around. The movement is also really slow, but despite what you may have heard, you can sprint in the game by holding R2. The game just doesn't mention it anywhere. Also, as a pro tip, I played the game with the subtitles on, as since you only see the silhouettes of the characters, the subtitles can help you keep track of who says what, as well as who's in the scene, as they display the names of those currently talking. And even though I like this title, I'm not going to play the hipster card and say, oh, if you don't enjoy it, that's just because you're too dumb to understand it, or some crap like that. I get that some players expect a certain level of interaction in their games, and if you're that kind of player, you're probably not going to find what you're looking for here. Instead, what you're getting is a deep, story-driven experience that will keep you guessing up until the final moments. All the while, you'll stay engaged with a wide breadth of characters who are just looking to survive the incident.
There was nothing we could do. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Pat.
You've woken the baby. Just leave me alone.
Rachel, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Well, that's a wrap for this video. Let me know if Everybody's Gone to the Rapture looks like your kind of game in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to my channel now and you can say you were a subscriber before it was cool. As always, I'm John Zakari, and thanks for watching.
One, 7, 0.